Good evening everyone and welcome. My name's Phil Billing. I come from St Helens in the northwest of England, and as the newly appointed head of school at Links, I'm both delighted and honoured to welcome you all to this very special event, the Links Awards and Graduation Ceremony 2012. In the first part of our programme, we'll recognise the many achievements of our students during the 2011 to 2012 school year. And in the second part, we will celebrate a most significant milestone in the history and development of our school, the first class to graduate from Links, the class of 2012. I'd like to invite our Year 6 student, Kayam Saeed, to present our opening recitation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Ameen. And the translation is: in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All the praises and thanks be to Allah, the Lord of the Alameen, the most gracious, the most merciful, the only owner and the only ruling judge of the day of resurrection. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help for each and everything. Guide us to the straight way, the way of those on whom you've bestowed your grace, not the way of those who earned your anger, nor of those who go astray. Sadaqallahu al-Azim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, and a very good evening to all of you. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the staff and students at Links, I would like to welcome you to our annual awards ceremony. Hosting this event and starting a new tradition at Links is a source of immense pride and pleasure for us. I would also like to specially thank our guests of honor, Ms. Amina Saeed, the Managing Director of Oxford University Press Pakistan, and the British Deputy High Commissioner, Mr. Francis Campbell, who have taken the time out of their busy schedules to honor our students and our school. Thank you. Today, we will not just be formally acknowledging all our position holders for their outstanding academic achievements, but we would also like to take this opportunity to motivate and recognize students who have displayed multiple talents in other areas, whether that be sports, our school concert, elocution, readathons, or even spelling bees. This evening, we will also be introducing a new tradition at Links by paying a tribute to our school's first graduating class. We're so proud of them. We look forward to your continued support and trust. Thank you. And now I would like to invite our class 5 and 6 students to come up on stage. Please give them a big hand.
Absolutely brilliant class 5 and 6 students. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again. Ms. Amina Syed will be awarding our high achievers and position holders, and Mr. Campbell will be honoring our graduating class and awarding them certificates in the second half of today's ceremony. Ms. Amina Syed, Managing Director of Oxford University Press, Pakistan, is the first woman in Pakistan to head a multinational and to be elected President of the Overseas Investors Chamber of Commerce and Industry in 150 years of history. She was awarded the OBE by the British Queen for the promotion of Anglo-Pakistani relations, democracy, women's rights, education, and intellectual property rights. She developed OUP Pakistan publishing program to make it the largest, most successful publisher in Pakistan. Ms. Saeed also works to promote Pakistani authors by publishing their books and protecting their copyrights to enable them to contribute to the literary heritage of Pakistan. She founded and organizes the annual Karachi Literature Festival and the Children's Literature Festival to promote authors, books and reading. I would now like to invite Ms. Amina Syed to say a few words before handing out the awards to our high achievers and position holders.
Thank you very much. Nausheen and Afzal Laghari, Mr. Francis Campbell, the British Deputy High Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, and students. It's a great honor and privilege for me to be here today, and thank you very much for inviting me. I always tend to gravitate towards young people and children because I find it extremely rewarding and exciting. It really gives me a lot of energy to be around young people, and it was such a pleasure listening to your choir singing. I think that was a wonderful way of just energizing the audience here today and all of us. So thank you for a lovely song. I visited the Links School some years ago for the first time, and met Nausheen and Afzal, and you had taken me on a trip. And it was really an eye-opener for me, a revelation. And I wished that I were 50 years younger when I saw the school. It was, I think, the equipment that you had and just the general environment in the school, and above all, I saw there were books everywhere. And I was really delighted, and I felt the children studying here must be so fortunate, mashallah, to have this wonderful opportunity. And I think there's so much synergy in the work that is being done at the Links School and at Oxford University Press, because together we are trying to get children interested in lots of things. I mean, of course, in books, my job is primarily to get people interested in books, and the way to do that is to present them with books that would interest them and that would somehow get them hooked to reading. So I feel that is where we have a lot of work in common. But also, I think what you're trying to do, among many other things, is to promote expression, the power of expression, and that is done through music, through spelling bees, readathon, dramas, which you have in your school in so many ways. And I think it is so important that I would like to actually now address the wonderful students of Links School, that it is so important to get interested in reading. And I think from a very young age, and parents, I'm sure if you can just make storytelling a very important part of a child's life, because it is through storytelling that they're introduced to fairies and in our own stories to ghosts and jinns, and I think these are stories told from a very young age that will make children develop an imagination. Once stories are read to them as little children, when they are, before they are able to read, I think that is when they will get hooked to stories, and then they will be enticed to books where they can read more and more stories. And of course, in our own culture, we have so many of these stories. For children, the Alif Layla with the 1001 Nights, the Tilisme Hoshruba, and that wonderful story of Shehzad, who told stories for 1,000 days to her husband the king, who would, before that he was killing his wife every day, and then he married Shehzad, and she started telling stories, and then, just for that the story would end, she would say that she would stop. And the prince would say, what about the rest of it? And she would say, well, tomorrow. And that went on. And finally she ended up being queen. So it's just the power of storytelling that we have to unlock in our children. Because actually a book is really the best companion that we have for children. You can never be bored if you have a book in your hand. If you want to go back hundreds of years, you can read a book about that. The fastest aeroplane that can take you to any part of the world. If you want to learn about Africa or China, just read a book and you will be there in no time. And it will take you into the future, science fiction book. So I cannot underestimate. And this is the effects and the power of reading. And yesterday, yesterday and the day before I was in Quetta, where I organized a children's literature festival. And that's where I felt that books bring together people, because temperatures as you know, in Balochistan are very high. There's a lot of tension, but we managed to get 7,000 children from all over Balochistan who came. Not just from Quetta, but they came from Turbak and Mastung and Doralai. Thank you. And it was heartwarming to watch them. And they were not just talking about books, they were painting. We had a little corner which we called Bol Ke Lab Azad Hai Tere. We tried to fashion it into a kind of a Hyde Park corner where they could stand and then just express themselves. So this was again children from, they were Pashtun, they were Baloch, they were Hazarvi children. They all came together. And I was told that there is so much tension that a Baloch child will not speak to a Pashtun child in school. But at this festival, there was a clown running around, there was a puppet show, and these children were laughing together. And when music was played, they were dancing together. So it was all through expression, whether it's through music or through dance or through writing or reading. I think it brings people together, and I saw it for myself yesterday in Quetta. So I think I was just full of this festival, and I seem to have focused on it. But I would like to congratulate Link School for the wonderful contribution that they are making to Karachi and to education, and drawing children towards, giving them the life that children should have, which children in so many other parts of the country, even in Karachi itself, they are deprived of. So thank you, Nausheen, and thank you, Azhar, for your wonderful contribution to education and to child development. It's a great pleasure for me to be here, and I look forward to remaining in touch with all of you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We start our award ceremony with our watchdog position holders. Class 3, first position, Kaya Saeed. Second position, Zara Chawla.
Yes.
We have a tie in third position. We have Mustafa Sheikh and Sam Kakalia. Class 4, first position, Manal Asim. Second position, Zara Khadri. Third position, Zain Ahmad. Class 5, first position, Zia Ali Ahmad. Second position, Kayan Saeed. Third position, Ibrahim Gilani.
Yes. Yes.
Class 6, first position, Laiba Shahid.
Yes. Thank you.
Second position, Aman Zaki. Third position, Hamza bin Amir. Class 7, first position, Amna Ashraf. Second position, Hamza Saif. Third position, Emal Panjwani. Class 8, first position, Ibrahim Mukati. Second position, Yusuf Zishan. Third position, Hafsa Paracha. Class 9, first position, Ramesh bin Amir.
Yes.
Second position, Hushan Kagalia. Third position, Fatma Zehra Awan. Class 10, first position, Amar Siddiqui. Second position, Anushka Sajani.
Yes.
And third position, Ramin Malik.
Yes. Thank you.
We have some of our students on the honor roll now. The excellent overall achievement, we have Hamza Minaj, winner of World Math Day 2011-12, came third at the sports day, winner of the spelling bee, elocution contest runner-up, and creative writing contest runner-up. Well done, Hamza. Distinguished overall achievement award goes to Zara Ahmed, winner of our spelling bee 2011-12. Runner-up at the art competition and a great student. Well done, Zara. Excellent overall achievement in class for class 1. Ryan Ali Khan. Spelling bee winner. Runner-up at the creative writing contest. A role in our annual concert, Alice in Wonderland. World Math Day finalist.
Yes.
Second at sports. On sports day. Well done. Distinguished overall achievement class 1, Saad Sattar, World Math Day finalist, winner of our swimming competition and a great student. Well done, Saad.
Yes, sir.
Class 2, excellent overall achievement, Rema Ansari, spelling bee winner, runner-up at our creative writing contest,
Yes.
winner of our sports day. Distinguished overall achievement for class 2, Maha Majid. Great student, came third at our sports day. Well done, Maha.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Excellent overall achievement for class 3, Kaya Said. He was a class prefect last year. He was an entry at the Corbis Poetry Competition, came second at the Sports Day, creative writing runner-up, distinguished overall achievement for year 3, Shia Park, spelling bee winner, finalist at the World Math Day, and third at the Sports Day.
Yes.
Excellent overall achievement from class 4, Zain Ahmed, a great student, winner of our spelling bee 2011-12, finalist at the World Math Day, member of the Lynx cricket team, and came second at the Sports Day. Distinguished overall achievement, Laiba Bilwani. Outstanding achievement in academics, lead role in Alice in Wonderland annual concert last year. An excellent swimmer, winner of World Math Day and our elocution contest runner-up. Well done, Laiba. An award of excellence for overall achievement from class 5, Kayan Saeed. Second position end of year exam, winner of the elocution contest. Was first position in Interclub Swimming Championship, winner of the KS Swimming Meet, first position in English Creative Writing, member of the Cricket and Drawing Team. Well done, Kayan. Excellent overall achievement, Amna Ashfaq. First position in end of year exam, second position in the Spelling Bee, winner of the World Math Day, second position in Urdu Debate, and a member of our editorial committee. Distinguished overall achievement for class 8 goes to Yusuf Zishan. Second position end of year exam, member of the boys cricket team, member of our editorial team. First position English creative writing and one year debate as well. Well done. Commendable overall achievement year 6 goes to Laiba Shahid. First position end of year exam, first position at Sports Day, second position Urdu creative writing and winner of the art competition. Commendable overall achievement, Hamza bin Amir. Third position end of year exam, winner of the art competition, first position in spelling bee. Commendable overall achievement, Ibrahim Mukati. First position end of year exam, lead role at the Phantom of the Opera, second position our Urdu creative writing, and member of the Lynx soccer team. Commendable overall achievement, class 9 goes to Ramesh bin Amir. First position end of year exam, first position at the Sports Day, and played a lead role in Phantom of the Opera as well. Commendable overall achievement, class 9 goes to Hoshan Kakalia. Second position end of year exam, winner of the World Math Day, first place Sports Day, and member of our drawing team. We'd also like to acknowledge our students who represented Lynx at the Model United Nations in the year 2011-12. Our delegates who visited and represented us at the Harvard Model United Nations in Beijing, China, and I call it Cherish Kakalia.
Yes.
Amar Siddiqui. Amar was also the first ever and only Pakistani boy to be selected as Assistant Director of the Security Council.
Yeah, Amir. Thank you.
Abdullah Khurshid.
Abdullah. Yes. Thank you.
Adib Akhtar.
Yes.
Sayyid Ali Askari.
Ali.
And Samir Farishta. We now have our young delegates who represented us at the Montessori Model United Nations in New York. We were the only school from Pakistan to be represented there. Kainat Jah. Shane Mana.
Yes.
Kayan Saeed. Mir Raza Jamal. youngest delegate, Kaya Saeed. Well done.
Yes.
And now we'd like to acknowledge our elected members of our Senior Students' Council. Kainat Jah, Prefect Class A. Anushik Howard, Prefect for Class 9.
Yes.
Kurush Kakalia, Prefect Class 10. And Neha Magdum, Prefect Class 11.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you.
And before we draw close to this, I'd like to thank and acknowledge our parent volunteers for being so generous with their time and effort, especially all of you who accompanied our children to the various Model United Nations trips. Ms. Ishrat Siddiqui, please come up. Ishrat. Minayan Kakalia. Yasmin Saeed. Azra Farishta.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And the chairperson of our 2011-2012 Managing Parent Association, Jovita Dosa. Also like to thank other members of our Parent Association Steering Committee, Ishrat Siddiqui, Rania Minhaj, Amal Shah, Vinayka Kakalia, Sharmeen Ubaid, Nabila Makhdoom, Shera Gopal, and Fazia Manyar. Thank you all for your time and effort.
Of course, we'd like to thank our guest of honour, Miss Amina, for her lovely words and for supporting lips. Miss Amina, we know you're very busy, and we're really grateful that you came to us today. Thank you so much. We're now going to have a brief interlude of 2 minutes or so while we rearrange the stage for part 2, which is our graduation ceremony. So please, unless you really need to go somewhere to the washroom, stay seated. It will only be 2 minutes, and we'll be back on par again, okay? So relax, enjoy the music for a couple of minutes. Thank you.
We will now be starting our graduation ceremony. Mr. Francis Campbell will be awarding our graduates with their certificate. Mr. Campbell is the English-British Deputy High Commissioner, Karachi, and the Director Trade and Investment for Pakistan since April 2011. He joined the Foreign and Commonwealth Office in '97. In the past, he also served as the Private Secretary and Policy Advisor to the British Prime Minister. The British Deputy High Commission also serves as the Centre for UK Trade and Investment in Pakistan, and it is worth noting that the British Council through which our students access Cambridge examinations is located within the walls of the Deputy High Commission in Karachi. I would now like to invite Mr. Campbell to come forward and say a few words. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for this very kind invitation. As Osman will find out, he nearly made a mistake there because he nearly introduced me as the English Deputy High Commissioner. And in case any of you are in any doubt, my accent is not Scottish, it is Irish. So it's very much the British Deputy High Commission, and I'm delighted to be here with you all and to accept this very kind invitation. I was just speaking just now to Amina, and I'm just going to say one thing just before I move on to what I had intended to say, and that is on the basis of the awards that we have just seen. I want to commend the teachers for the curriculum, because all too often at awards ceremonies it concentrates exclusively on academics, on a very narrow definition of academics. which doesn't touch the whole person. And if you listened to what the children were being honoured for, some debating, some swimming, some cricket, some theatre, some spelling, and I think really what a fantastic programme of formation for such a relatively young school. So at the very start, I would like to commend the teachers and the staff of this school and the founders of this school. Now, in a few moments, I will say a few words to the students who are graduating, and I feel honoured to be able to say that because you are the first graduating class, O-level class, from this school. And I'm assuming the green is not for me, because green, as you know, is the colour of Ireland, and I'm sure you never went to those lengths to put those tassels on, but if you did, thank you. But this might be the last opportunity that I have to ask you to do one thing. And in fact, I'm going to ask all the students to do one thing for me right now. Could all the students who are in the room please stand up? All the students. That is the students of this school, okay? Now, could you please, wherever your parents are in this room or wherever your teachers are, could you please turn towards them and give them one big clap of thanks and gratitude. Thank you. Please take your seats. The reason, boys and girls, that I've asked you to do that is that really the people who have brought you here, your very, very first school, the very first place and the most formative place that we receive an education is in the home, from our families. That sets the scene. And then our families entrust us to places like this, to schools. And the school is a different type of family, but it complements that primary unit of society which nothing else replaces, which is the family. And without those families, and without the sacrifices that they have made, without their cooperation with the teachers and the staff of this institution, none of this would be possible. I know one thing. If you forget everything else that I say today, please don't forget one word, and that one word is gratitude. It may not resonate with you today, it may not mean anything to you today, but in years to come, when you find yourself in the position of a parent, you will be cast back to a day like this to think of what your parents did for you. So that's why I'm delighted and glad that you have shown due appreciation to your parents and to your teachers. Thank you for that. The second point I want to make is something about the link between what we do on a macro level and what we do here today. I'm proud to say that our government is investing around $1 billion in primary education in this country over the next 4 years. We are doing it for one primary reason, because we recognise the value of education in our own national story. The former British Prime Minister, when he was asked why should people vote for your government, he said 3 words: education, education, education. And ladies and gentlemen, our country wouldn't be the country that it is today if there wasn't a successive commitment on the part of successive governments to invest in education. And one of the things that is most shocking about Pakistan is that still today, 50% of the children in this country do not get a school. We do not food ourselves. What we can do is merely a drop in the ocean. But that $1 billion we hope will set something off, and it will affect the lives of 4 million Pakistani children who otherwise would not be able to go to school. And it leaves me and my colleagues that represent the UK government in this country in a very proud position to be able to say that at this time in history we are able to do that and to be of some assistance and to act in solidarity with the people and families of Pakistan. The third and final comment I want to make is back to the micro. And this is back to the students who are graduating, the students who have come through from the preschool, the primary school, and now have just left this school to walk to their A-levels elsewhere. And it's about choice of girls. I don't know whether this is the right thing to do. Your parents may disagree with me, but I will say this much to you. Follow your heart. Don't be reckless. Don't set aside what adults have to say to you. Don't set aside what your teachers have to say to you. But you have one chance at the start of your life. Find an occupation, or indeed more profoundly a vocation, which has fundamental meaning in your life, which touches something that perhaps other jobs or other vocations don't. That is your choice. Provided you stick with education, at a certain point you reach a decision time after university as to what you want to do, perhaps before university is which subject you want to take. And at a certain stage you have to make a mature decision based upon what is in your heart and what counsel you get from out here. The one thing that I am most grateful to my parents for was the freedom to make my own choices as regards university, as regards subject, and as regards career. And as a result, I'm very happy. But it took an immense amount of trust on the basis of my parents to allow me to make that choice. So I hope that you show a level of maturity combined with a level of openness to the wisdom that's out here, that when it comes to the time for you to make that fundamental choice of what will make you fulfilled, not always happy, but what will make you fulfilled, that you will make the right choice. And I've come back to one thing, and that is a reference to the Model United Nations book in Beijing and in New York. Boys and girls, it's not for me to tell you what vocation to choose. That is fundamentally your choice and your choice alone. But a very noble and worthwhile vocation is the vocation of public life and politics. You have had immense privilege in getting an education, which 50% of your colleagues in this country do not have. If you were to commit yourselves to public life or politics, then maybe sitting among you, one of you would be the first to graduate from the school with your levels. Then maybe one of you could helpfully tackle that problem of educating the 50% of children who don't go to school today. If everything you have done, your spelling competitions, your debating, United Nations, your cricket team, your Phantom of the Opera, you've been given an immense start in life. I hope some of you will direct that start to the service of the public good through a commitment to public life or indeed politics and help tackle some of the problems that our world faces. Congratulations to you all. Congratulations to your parents, to your teachers. Congratulations to this fantastic school and its ethos, which has brought you to this day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Frank. It is indeed a great honor for us that you're here with us this evening. What a touching speech. I don't think I need to say anything. You've said it all. And we back you 100%. Please give him a big round of applause. That's right. to offer international standards of excellence links. The past year has been momentous. We have been acknowledged by both the Council of British International Schools, COBIS, and the Cambridge International Examinations Board. At Links, we believe in celebrating our past success. But what is even more important is that we should look to the future. It gives me great pleasure to announce that the year 2012 has seen us fulfill our goals and commitment. This has been one of the most successful years in our school's young history, as we witnessed our first batch of students pass their O-level exams with flying colors. This group of 10 dynamic young students have worked extremely hard and have helped Links achieve a great milestone. They are the Links pioneers and have set high standards for years to come. For this, they will always be fondly remembered and valued. We are extremely proud of them, and this graduation ceremony is just a small tribute to acknowledge their achievements. And now, Mr. Campbell, we request you to do the honors of presenting the first graduating class of Links their official CIE certificates. Thank you. We will be presenting these in alphabetical order. Abdullah Kerio, Links, in class 8. And I've never seen him be anything but soft-spoken, polite, and respectful. A true gentleman. He has proved to be a huge asset for our school. He's a fine athlete and a dedicated student, which has made him a great role model for his juniors. Abdullah is a confident young man with an understated wit, which has always made him very popular in school. Well done, Abdullah. 7 A's in his O-levels, 2 A stars.
Yeah, excuse me.
Anas, it's never easy having an identical twin in the same class and striving to gain your distinctive identity and personality. Anas and Osama joined Links in class 3, and honestly it took me a few years to tell them apart. It was only when Anas achieved his very own unique style and brilliant sense of humor that he started to stand apart. Anas possesses a sharp mind and is always well organized and resourceful. He is ambitious and hardworking, which will take him a long way in life. Well done, Anas. Anas Saya. Anusha Ahmed. It's never easy being the eldest in the family. Expectations are high and meeting them is tough. Anusha joined Links in class 3, and she has always been a sweet, bubbly and cheerful child. Anusha is a promising athlete. In fact, she was one of the first swimmers to win a silver medal for Links. Well, it was a gold for us, Anusha. Keep up the hard work, Anusha. And always remember, come on up, Anusha. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, Anusha. Keep trying. Humayun, a born charmer who's kept me personally busy and worried many a time. Humayun joined Links in class 7, and I must admit that over the years, despite his antics, he has never been anything but courteous, polite and respectful. Humayun is a born athlete and sports is his passion.
He is very popular amongst his peers. He does tend to get influenced easily, but is quick to. I'm especially proud that he managed to get focused in time and achieved such good O-level results and has gained admission into the A-level school of his choice. Well done, Humayun. Humayun Satwari. Neha Mathur, a real go-getter and a born leader. Neha joined Links in class 4 and from the start always had high spirit personality. She was confident and opinionated. Over the years, she perfected the art of keeping her teachers on their toes with her bright wit, curiosity and energetic banter. Neha has a real flair for drama and I'm pretty sure she has earned a lead role in every single Links concert in the last 8 years. She will be dearly missed for her repartee and jovial ways. Neha is not one to give up easily and achieves whatever she sets her mind to. I remember when her parents admitted her into a well-established O-level school a few years ago, but Neha would have none of it. She wanted to be a pioneer at Links and that she has been. She is a real trooper and I'm sure she will, with her staunch belief, she's going to achieve whatever she sets her mind to. Best of luck always, Neha. Umar Abbas Malik. Umar Abbas is a truly gifted young man and I'm especially proud to share with you that he was the first of 3 students admitted at Links 15 years ago. No one could have been more proud when he achieved 8 A's and 4 A stars in his O-levels. Umar Abbas has always been focused and confident in himself, yet he always found time to be part of the school concert and sports activities. Umar Abbas has been an exemplary role model and I'm sure in years to come I will often give your example to our younger students. We wish you all the best in life and I'm confident that you will excel in whichever profession you choose. Well done, Umar Abbas. Samir Paracha has been at Links since class 4 and he has matured into a very responsible young man whom we are extremely proud of. He is an excellent athlete and has won many medals for his school. Samir takes his responsibilities very seriously. He's always been a bit quiet, but he is an extremely hard-working child who never gave his teachers any cause for complaints. Keep up the great work, Samir, and we wish you every success in life. Samir Paracha.
Yes.
Shamse Zara. Shamse has a truly creative, inquisitive and flamboyant personality, which always makes her stand out in the crowd. Her artistic abilities and creative mind are her strongest assets. She has matured into a fine young lady and I was particularly impressed recently to see her voluntarily work with acid burn victims. Well done, Shamse. I know your talent and compassionate nature will make us all proud. Shamse Zara. Umair Shahid. Umair has always been a very caring and hard-working student. He has been at Links since class 3. His teachers have always praised his efforts and how he puts a lot of thought into everything he does. Umair has always been a team player and is always enthusiastic to participate in our extracurricular activities. His responsible attitude and steady temperament
has always made him popular amongst his peers. His reliable and consistent approach, coupled with his hard-working nature, is sure to win him many successes in the future. Best of luck, Umair. Umair Shahid.
Yes.
And last but not least, in any way, is our Osama Sara. Osama. Firstly, I was very, very pleasantly surprised and especially proud that Osama got straight A stars in both English literature and in English language. Here's a young man. Here's a young man who teachers had to nag to speak in English when he was younger. And Osama, being Osama, has always been nothing but respectful and forever obliging. He has always shown a particularly caring attitude with his friends, and I'm proud that he has grown up to be such a fine young man. Well done, Osama. And now that we have our whole graduating class up on stage, I would once again like to thank Mr. Campbell for his time and honoring us with his presence. Just a small token of our appreciation for Mr. Campbell, class, and a small gift which hopefully will take good memories of Links back.
Yes.
I will now request our head boy, Ali Askari, and our head girl, Anushka Sajjad, to come and recite a poem that has been dedicated to our first graduating class of 2012. Ali Askari and Anushka Sajjad.
If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting you. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise.
If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken, and stoop and build 'em up with worn out tools.
If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on.
If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Well, what an evening it's been. What a very special occasion. And what an honor to have two guests who present such wonderful, inspiring speeches for our young people. and we do really thank you again and take these words to our hearts. The focus of our evening, of course, today is our award winners, who we've recognised for their achievements, their many achievements. But as we come to the close of this ceremony today, which I think is a little bit of history in the making, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me the greatest pleasure to present to you the first students to graduate from Links, the class of 2012. Yes, and we will be celebrating, but a few housekeeping notes as we finish, just to order things at the end of our ceremony today. I'd like to invite our two guests of honour and the management and directors of school to stand at front and have a photograph together. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we would like our guests of honour this evening to leave first. So we'll do the photograph, and then our guests of honour will leave first, followed by the rest of us. I'd like to remind you, while people are taking their positions, could I remind you please that no student should leave this building, this campus alone. We do have people at the doors watching, but no student should go home alone. If you're having trouble, find a teacher, and we will look after you and make sure that you're with your parents or with your caring adults, okay? I'd like to thank everyone for coming this evening and sharing in the occasion, and a special thanks to those responsible for the organisation and preparation of the event. And I'm going to pause for a moment to go and join my colleagues on stage, I do believe.
Wait.
Congratulations, well done everyone. And have a good weekend.